Michael, we haven't talked to you yet. We just want to talk to you about what made TCU the place you wanted to be at once you hit the transfer portal.
Definitely I would have to say the biggest word is culture. As soon as I stepped foot on here, I could just feel, the culture and then all the good vibes, not just on the field stuff, but, around campus, off the field type of stuff. And it was just something I haven't felt yet throughout these past 2 years of college, and I just knew it was a place for me.
If I remember right, you were an FCS freshman All-American out there. What do you think were the big reason for you had such a successful season last year?
Yeah, I would say definitely the chip on my shoulder. I went into the spring last year as a 4th string, and then, just kind of worked my way up. People kind of looked at me, as just an undersized type of backer or wasn't fit for the position. And, that just kind of put a little chip on my shoulder, and it made me want to get a little bit harder, for sure.
You're obviously making some plays out here in fall camp. How comfortable are you in this defense?
I would say it really started to click not too long ago. It was definitely an adjustment, getting to learn a new playbook and, just getting the team chemistry with all the other guys on the field. But, I feel like I've adapted pretty well these past few weeks. It's starting to feel good.
Linebacker room is really talented. Caleb, Max, you, Nam, I guess. What type of chemistry do you all have so far?
We have some good chemistry for sure. I think it kind of just building up over throughout the summer through fall camp. Fall camp really kind of just put the cherry on top with it, being around these guys every day. It's a great group, and they're just very competitive, and I love competing with them every day.
Getting to go against his offense lately and going against them tomorrow, what have you kind of seen from them that's made you better?
I would say definitely up front in the trenches. Being in the FCS, that's the biggest difference of the transition is the O-lineman. So, that is just constantly making me better. Iron sharpens iron. So the best thing that I see is just the explosiveness in the O-lineman, obviously the size, and it's just getting me prepared for the season.
What are some of the things that you've learned from Namdi and Caleb, those two guys being seniors and being in this game for a while?
Definitely, their technique is something that, I watch every day, especially when it comes to the block shedding. They have some really good, points that I could take to follow throughout my game. As older guys, I should just look up to them. I came in here with the mindset just open to learn, so I should just look up to them, take what they have and try to add it to my game and make it my own way.
How excited are you to play at North Carolina? Lots of eyes are going to be on that game. You're going to be playing in front of a bigger crowd now with the jump up. How excited are you to play that?
I'm super excited. The happiest thing is it's also on my birthday, so it'll be a great experience, being out there in North Carolina. And, the lights are never too bright, so I'm excited.